another vessel, this time a Danish one. So this is F357 and it is a Danish flag vessel this time. I imagine this one is actually a frigate rather than the other one, which was a patrol vessel. It also does appear like it's quite a bit larger than the other one. And you can hear they're actually have their engine running, so I imagine maybe they're in the process of either arriving or leaving. Someone's standing watch by the flagstaff. There's another view. You can see the bridge and the radar. You can actually also see, it looks like there's only that one tow line attaching it to the pier, and that's why I imagine it's either in the process of docking or in the process of leaving. Here you can see the stern of the ship, and you can see the wake from the propellers and some dock workers preparing the ship to depart. So it is actually leaving now. They just let go of the docking rope. And now she is backing away from the pier. The gun on the front of the ship is actually the same 76mm that we saw in the previous Dutch vessel that was here a couple weeks ago. And you can see her signal flags blowing in the wind. And there's a pilot boat going out to her. You can see a davit for the ship's boat. And in front of it, there's a couple of barrels. Maybe they're the modern equivalent of depth charges. And I don't know what that is under the canvas. Maybe it's some type of rocket system or something. actually now headed forward. So the entrance to the harbor is to the right. So imagine that's where they're going. So they're obviously going to be leaving. But yeah, here's the pilot vessel coming alongside it. Aft where all the people are assembled, I imagine that actually could be a helicopter pad. And you can see there's that garage door with the yellow stripe on it in the back of the superstructure. That, if that's a helicopter pad, maybe that's some type of hangar for the helicopters, not really sure. Of course, I'm not an expert on naval equipment, so I could be completely wrong about that. This is a Sunday morning, so I imagine this ship was just in here for the weekend because it wasn't here Friday when I was walking by here from home on my way home from work. So probably just came in for a weekend of shore leave or something of that nature. And interestingly, the big pub district of the city is actually just over there, so it's very convenient for this vessel. The pilot vessel is actually doing some really interesting maneuvers. There's the ship. She's actually right in front of the coal plant. So the coal plant's to the left. And if you actually notice, it looks like she's, for some reason, spraying water out of her. No idea what she's doing, but it looks like she's spraying water at something. Maybe it's some type of celebration to celebrate that they're leaving. Some windmills and some power lines in the background, but I believe the pilot vessel is actually still with her, so it should be on her right or starboard side, so we can't actually see it from this view. But what puzzles me though is that she's actually quite a bit outside of the channel. So the channel is those buoys. So the channel is those buoys over there. There's green and red buoys